What up, dudes? So back in September, I decided to gather a group of strangers together for the challenge of walking across England in a straight line. Now, the reason this is such a difficult challenge is because we would need to carry all of our camping gear and all of our food for the duration of the hike. Another reason this is challenging is because we decided not to spend any money on accommodation, meaning we would have to find a place to camp each night. Free camping in England is illegal. You can't camp wherever you like. You need permission from the landowner to stay there, meaning they can charge you for sleeping on their land. We weren't about that life. Free camping's the way to go. Pretty crazy, right? They can charge you for sleeping outside. So here's the group. We have Sky, Abe, Maya, Leela, Charlie, Mango, and myself, Jason. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this end of summer adventure. This challenge was inspired by this guy. He tried to cross Wales in a completely straight line, like to the dot. I thought it was such a funny idea that I wanted to give it a go myself. Before this adventure begins, please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. All my videos are free, so liking the video is the best thing you can do to help support the channel and help the video reach new people. Take it away, Jason. To start the hike, we met in a town called Seascale. We stuck our feet in the ocean. It was very windy, and we didn't know what we were about to begin. What up, dudes? This is day one of hiking across the country. So I managed to recruit some people. We are hiking in a straight line from the west coast of England to the east coast of England. This is where we camped last night. I barely slept. It rained all night as well. So when everyone's packed up and ready, we're gonna head that way, up the mountains. So here in the Lake District there's a lot of lakes, and we didn't know that one was about to cross our path. We attempted to go around the right side of this lake, only to find a landslide, which was blocking the entire footpath. Whoa! You haven't even started the landslide yet. We attempted to cross it with our heavy backpacks. We realized it was too dangerous and decided to go back on ourselves around the other side of the lake. So we'd been hiking all day, and as we got closer to the mountains it started to rain, and everyone's clothes were getting soaked. Because free camping in England is illegal, we had a very difficult time finding somewhere to pitch our tents because there were paid camping spots all around us, so we had to hide behind this wall. There's a mountain in England called Scafell Pike. It's the tallest mountain in England. We didn't know this until we found it. And the path that we wanted to take led us right over the mountains next to Scafell Pike. Okay, so each night we have to go and find a place to camp. has to be flat so we can put down all 3 of our tents, and then it has to have trees so I can put up my hammock. So we were walking on a main road. Road is right there, and the sun's already gone, so we're running out of time to find a spot. And then I went up here to have a look at, like a little scout, and I found the perfect spot. It's so nice. This is day 3. Wonderful campsite. It's the best spot we could have found to camp. It was lucky because we were struggling to find a spot. Maya and Leela and Mango, the dog, they all left us. Like, they got really wet and all their clothes got wet, their tent got wet, they didn't get to sleep. After hiking up an entire mountain with us, and all the way here, they decided to go home. It was sad to say goodbye. So yeah, Maya, Leela, if you're watching this, I'm happy that you guys joined us. Thank you for trying this challenge. Charlie and I were talking until like 2 AM last night, so woke up a bit late. It rained a little bit last night. Luckily not enough to get the water to come down here, so my bag is dry. Everyone else is set up down there, so we'll go say hi to them later. So yeah, anyway, now there's 4 of us. We're gonna continue on the quest to cross the entire country. I think it's like September 6th or 7th now. I turned 28 at the end of this hike, so this is like an epic last thing to do while I'm 27. Not that age really does anything. The older you get, it doesn't really change you. It's all about the experiences and what you learn along the way that changes you.
I feel bad touching the baguette. It's like smells so clean.
It's the biggest struggle each night is finding somewhere to free camp. Because we're just walking in a straight line across the country, it's hard to find suitable spots. Today, we came on a little footpath just by the motorway, where we've managed to find flat ground. This corner here is flat for the tents. There's a spot there for my hammock. Just gotta hope no one walks along this footpath to see us.
Yeah, it looks great.
There seems to be loads of moisture inside my lens. Oh crap. It is day 5 on this epic hike across the country. I am trailing behind because I have an itchy butthole and I want to wash. Oh, I can see a river. I haven't drank any waters today either. Last night was rough, I barely slept. It was just so loud. We were camping next to a motorway. Yeah, this is the end of the Lake District. This is the north side of it. It's really beautiful. We're going that way to a town called Penrith. It's about 15 more miles. I was doing everything barefoot, but yesterday I just cut my foot too badly underneath, so now I'm wearing these things. These are Earthrunner shoes, at Earthrunners on Instagram. They're amazing. Barefoot sandals, they're really good. They don't come off, doesn't matter if I get them wet or whatever, they're not gonna slip and slide off my feet. Yeah, they're excellent. So shout out to those guys if you wanna check them out. Check out at Earthrunners on Instagram. It's beautiful out here. It's just, we just want some sun, because everything is damp. Luckily my clothes are dry, but I've got a couple things that are damp. And this camera needs to dry out because it's not doing good. It would suck to break this camera. But I'm not going to, because I'm being clever. Alright, I'm talking to myself. Okay. I didn't exactly plan a route. I just had an idea of going from the west coast to the east coast. I'm so glad I didn't plan anything, because it's allowed us the freedom to do anything. So I've been on airplane mode this whole time. It's nice to have like a tech detox. That's what I was craving the most. That's why I wanted to do this the most. I've lost the others. Every time I get my camera out, they shoot off without me. Found a stream. One of the biggest challenges was to find streams, rivers, water, somewhere where we could fill up our bottles and filter out all the bad stuff. So this day may have looked fun, but we actually walked 20 miles on the side of a road. Uneven, noisy road.
I feel like if I chuck it, it's just gonna get taken away by the wind.
Oh, maybe. After 5 days of hiking together, getting to know each other, Sky and Abe, these full of life little beans, decided to leave us because Sky's feet had broken.
I really liked Abe. Yeah. He was nice.
So now, following footpaths, we were on a motorway for too long. Very straight motorway built by the Romans. This is kind of what I do anyway. I just walk in a direction, find my own way. It's just me and Charlie remaining. This is no longer a footpath. We've just stumbled across a pheasant farm. Electric wire. This is a pheasant feeder. There's a rabbit. There's so many, but they're just out of reach.
I feel like it's gonna lead us on like a small road.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Yay!
They've legoed it so well. No, that's not coming. That's not gonna fall. Really not. It's not gonna fall. Oh. Yeah, well, the top layer might fall if you push it, but the bottom's not going anywhere.
Like imagine a tree growing like that much each year, and it started off this big.
Yeah. Really nice forest we came out of. Wow.
Do not follow this out.
What causes that?
Because they're like obviously bred to have like really large yields of milk.
Yeah.
So how could you be mean to something so cute?
This is expectations versus reality. Every road we walk on seems peaceful at first, but is full of very fast moving cars. We're gonna go find camp tonight. Over there. It's getting late, it's the evening. We are trying to find a campsite. We see a woods in the distance, and we stroll towards it. When we reached the forest, there was a river blocking us. Found a camping spot. We had to go up a private staircase. And we found another pheasant farm. We slept pretty good. We're gonna get out of here now because we heard a dog. We don't know if there's any dogs here. Such a hidden path. If we weren't trying to get in the forest, we would never have found this. Just got wet. So the reason I wanted to do this hike was to inspire people who might feel trapped right now or restricted, that you can still explore and adventure your own country. Because these are parts of England that I've never seen before, and I probably would have never seen if I hadn't have done this. What's in there? We've been walking on roads for too long, so now we're doing an abandoned railway. This is pretty epic. I was not expecting any of this. Can't even tell it's a railway track anymore. There you go. You can see it. It's just a garden. Finding this abandoned railway was a drop of luck. It was very peaceful to get away from all the human sounds. So we've been walking this abandoned railway track for hours, and at the end there is a railway museum. So we're now going to see if we can get on a train and sleep on a train, maybe? All we're gonna do is find like an open window or an open door, and we're in. We're not gonna break anything obviously, we're just gonna sleep. Oh, it's got a padlock. We want the comfiest train to be unlocked. I've been expecting you. This is like a proper squat. Just sleeping back on the ground, top on the wall.
We should get a picture of you in the driver's chair.
We did it. Slept in an abandoned train. Excellent work. I left them little notes as well. Happy 9/11. This is where the driver sits. It's like quite gross. This can't be the driver. This is the conductor, I think. Hello? Yikes. First aid box. Do we need anything? The first 4 days of this, we both did it barefoot. The last day of that, I cut sole on my foot like 3 times, and it's just struggling to heal because I keep getting dirt in it. We were about to leave this train, and the train had a first aid box with some outdated plasters and some medical tape. So if no one's going to use it, we're going to use it. So we keep getting gifted these things that we don't ask for, but we need. What do we need today? Just speak into reality. We need water today. We want a dry passage. That's what I've been asking for every day. It's just dry passage. This is day 7. It's flying by, but it's so long at the same time. So we go on these 6-7 hour walks, and then all of a sudden it's over. It's like, we did another day. We're currently halfway between where we started and where we're ending up. We're almost out of the second national park. We're almost out of the pennies. Today might be another road day. Thank you for fixing me.
Yeah. Is it comfy?
Yeah, it feels nice. Round and yellow.
It's really
Like a submarine.
I love the colours in here.
Good morning. That's all urine. 2-hour walk away. There's no way to do it without walking on the motorway. We tried doing it over the fields and it just isn't working. It's taking us too long. You can't even see the end, but it's basically there, fence all the way around. We go over the top now.
We found a way off the motorway and it's nicer and more on the road.
But it is on the road.
Well, it is on a road.
Oh,
but
right. Just laying in the middle of the road. It's so bad today. We've been walking the Pennies. It's a national park. There's nothing in it, but it just goes on forever. And there's just one long road that goes all the way through it. We've been walking along that road for hours, like for miles today. We're both exhausted, but we have 2 hours left until we're out of this, back to somewhere where we can camp and eat. We didn't even eat a meal last night because it was wet. And we were sleeping on the train, so we couldn't like light a fire. I don't know if you can hear anything. I'm exhausted. Bit of hope up there. All I think about is just 1 foot in front of the other. Just 1 foot, 2 foot. There's no choice but to get across this because there's nowhere to camp. We want to eat today. We just have to get through it. The nearest city is 21 miles away from where we camped last night. It's possible to do in one day, but it's going to be dark probably by the time we get there. And the terrain is so difficult to walk on. Like we're walking on just like the side of the road. It's not comfortable at all. It's cold. And it's raining again now. We just gotta keep going. It can't stop. I just saw like nothing behind you. I'm like, okay, perfect. So we stopped to look at directions for a second on the side of the road, and an old couple from this village stopped to offer us a ride. We had to explain to them that we can't accept the ride because we're walking coast to coast by foot. I'm trying to get to a place called Barnard Castle, but we're just so desperate for some food, for some warm food. No, don't go through it, go on the fence. Don't do it, it's so gross.
Mushroom. Maybe we can find a chippy and just ask them to like batter and deep pat fry the entire mushroom for us. Just chuck it in the fryer. I just want to eat it. It's a puffball mushroom, some coconut oil and cream, a stock cube which isn't melting.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are 43 miles away from finishing this hike. Today we're gonna do 13 miles. We're gonna go to a place called Barnard Castle and find some food.
And then go to something with G.
We're gonna go to G.
G.
But the sun's out, finally. After many days of no sun, we have some just out there, just out of reach. This was our little camping spot. Very cute little camping spot. This is the mushroom that we ate. Goodbye, mushroom. Very tasty. There's a road just down there, but no one knew we were here. We were hidden. How did we get up here last night? Just tucked away. We have made it to Barnard Castle! Look at this Barnard Castle. That's not a mouse. It's got giant back legs. Got it. Tomato puree? That's what you wanted?
Yeah, I really want it.
just gotta walk that way for a very, very long time. Then we're there. Because we'd be walking from the moment we woke up to the moment we slept, we'd have to stop and eat food in very strange places, like the side of the road. It's making seeds! If you don't know much about England, it's 99% animal agriculture, so we would spend as much time as we could finding paths between fields rather than using the main roads. Although we make all this look fun, if anyone is planning to do long distance backpacking, especially on roads, just be prepared for the mental endurance that you need to succeed. Everything in our body was hurting. This is day 9. Our feet are throbbing, swelling, legs burning, spine crinkling, but we found a horse and gave him a carrot. Bye! See you later! Where are you guys going now? You just stopped! So we made it to Winston, found a camping spot down by this river, and then a dog woke us up. It was barking by our front door. Early start to the day, walking around, having fun, talking about badgers and whether or not they're extinct, and then Charlie finds this old man called Dennis, who's just on a bridge. So we asked him about badgers.
In years gone by, this little island, certainly we've got plenty around where I live, they're a night.
Yesterday I was craving pizza because it was my birthday and I wanted pizza. I used to live on Domino's. If you're watching my channel for a while, I used to live on this stuff because I didn't know how to cook. And I haven't eaten it since I went vegan, so they make a vegan pizza now. And I have one right here. It looks like a pizza. Oh yeah, we're in Darlington. We're one city away from the end of this thing. We've made it out of Darlington. We're on our way to Middlesbrough. But we're trying to find a place to camp for tonight. I am tired and my feet are very swollen, so walking is difficult today. Charlie has blisters also. My feet are just expanding. Done about 16-17 miles today.
We have 19 left in total.
19 left. We finished on the beach. That'll be our final resting stop. Sleep there, get the train in the morning. Yeah, today was tough. I feel a bit better now. Full of food, swollen feet. The weather's been really nice, so it's okay. I just wanted to add that neither of us are experienced long distance walkers. We just do this for fun, and absolutely anybody can give it a go and probably achieve what we achieved. We just had to jump over a fence because a tractor was coming. We're on private land at the moment, but we have no choice. It's either here or an airport at the Apples. We made it to Middlesbrough. This is our final destination. The city is huge and it takes us a few more hours to get through, but we found a vegan waffle place and that's where we're headed to next. We're just stopping because we had a little baby wipe wash.
Hey.
Hey Charlie, how were the waffles?
They were really sweet. They were a lot.
Hey waffle man. Hey guy that waffle guy. So the guy that made us waffles said that he was interested by our foot story walking across the country, and he was telling us about how he wanted to move to a van next year, and if you're watching this waffle man, you should do it. We support you. Yes.
We hope that you got to go traveling in a van and that you should do it.
Go waffle man.
It was a great idea. Yeah, go live your dreams.
Waffle man. So half of Middlesbrough is industrial, and we're going to show how wonderfully industrial it is. They have a lot of fences, big factories, and more big factories, and lots of lorries.
Lorry motors! Lorry motors!
It's like big boy Sanford.
It is a big boy sandpit. Look at them all working in the dirt, building something. How do you do that? 240 hours of walking. We made it to the beach. Yes, so we did it. I'm gonna rip all these plasters off now. I'll show you the damage. Yours is so
So good.
This is the effect.
My feet is
My feet feel swollen. The cuts haven't really healed. Anyway, it doesn't matter, we made it. So after our swim, we went to go camp back down at the beach. It was far too loud and exposed, so we had to go to a nearby park and we camped there for the night. 5 in the morning, we had to get up to catch a train all the way back to Seascale. Just over 5 hours later, we are back. We're back in Seascale. 10 days of walking. 240 hours. It took us 5 hours to get back here on the train. It's so crazy. I want to kind of rest today, and then tomorrow I'll kind of do like a decompression and an outro for this thing, because it's hard to process what we've just done. So as we're driving back home, I'm left to think about the hike that we just did, the adventure that we just went on. It took 11 days. We were able to do that journey in reverse in 5 hours on a train. We're living in the future. We're so privileged that we can go that fast. And anything that doesn't travel by car or train has to walk, and it takes that long to get places. And you really have to decide if it's worth going to the place you want to go to. Squirrels have to do this.
He's like, yeah, you had.
So if you made it this far in the video, and you're curious what it looks like, we walked essentially a straight line across the country. We sketched it out, and it looks pretty neat. So the hike is over. We did it. We walked this amount of miles. Aches, pains.
Feet hurt.
We popped our blisters.
Yeah, they were huge.
The bandage now. Cleaned our feet. We washed. Everything seems fine. My feet seem okay. We tried to walk today and it hurt a lot. What would we do different if we were gonna do something like this again?
Bring a pen and a compass.
Pen, compass, map. So we don't have to rely on digital.
Less food.
Less food, because we weren't out in the middle of nowhere the whole time. We were passing through villages and towns and shops. So we were able to get fresh stuff. I would bring less camera gear because this stuff is very heavy. I'd probably bring just a small handheld one. I would bring a tent because hammock tarp, very cold. The tarp was useful, but there's a slug between my toes. I'd bring a tent because the tent is way warmer. We started sleeping in the tent the past few days. It was just super hot. Didn't have to wear all my clothes. I'd bring less clothes, maybe more underwear.
I bring quicker drying clothes.
We had Abe, Sky, Leela,
And
Maya,
And Mango.
So shout out to all those guys. Thank you for attempting this crazy thing with us.
It was really hard.
Charlie stuck it out, made it through. So every day when you have like nothing to do but walk, you can fall into a trance. Where we won't even talk to each other. We'll just be just moving.
One foot in front of another.
Yeah, it's just one step in front of the other. You kind of get shaken back into reality sometimes if something like makes a loud sound.
Get like somebody beeping a horn, or you falling into a hole of mud.
Yeah. Would you do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the next adventure is going to be, but if you want to get involved, join the Discord. Discord link is down below. It's the Magic Mushies Discord. That's where we'll be organising and strategizing and discussing hikes and other adventures we can do together. I don't know what we're going to do next. I want to do something less strenuous, especially on the feet. Maybe a day or two hiking around Wales or something. I'm so slimy. Leave a like on this video, please. That's all you gotta do. These videos are free, so just leave a like and then more people get to watch them.
I don't know if he's salting his skin.
Oh, right.
Burning it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, slimy boy. Well, is he not being burned from the underneath?
I don't know, maybe it's just on the top.
It seems fine.
He seems like he's chilling.
Okay, yeah, subscribe. There'll be more adventure videos like this on the channel. See you guys in the next one.
This is slime.
What do I do with Slimy Boy?